Welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be going over my first week of January expenses. So if you want to see everything I spent in the first week of January, then just keep on watching. So this is actually only the first 5 days of January, but the week fell oddly. So the week started on a Wednesday, technically, like the first was on a Wednesday. And my plan is to do these videos on Sunday nights to have them go live on Mondays. So in some cases, we might not have a full week of expenses like this one. But basically, if you haven't watched any of my other videos, the only thing I'm sharing is my variable expenses. So none of my fixed bills are going to be on this, or like my household spending, like bill-wise, I should say. This is just anything that comes variable, or like gifts or beauty services, things like that. So basically, as you can see, I have already written down the items that I spent money on this week. And what I learned from my trial run in November was it's way easier for me to track this stuff as it's happening versus, keeping track of it elsewhere, writing it all down on video, and that just also takes a lot longer. So what I discovered in that trial run was that I will just write and track as it's happening, and then we'll go through and categorize and add up the categories each week on camera. So I do have my colors here. I'm probably going to have to flip back a couple times just to double check because I don't have the colors memorized yet. But let me go ahead. We'll start with grocery. Let me see if I can just flip back easily here. Okay, so grocery is the purple. So I did make an Amazon purchase that was technically grocery spending, and I actually purchased my sugar-free coffee syrups on Amazon. I get a vanilla one, and I cannot get that at my local grocery store. They have a vanilla, sugar-free vanilla, but it is awful, so I just buy it on Amazon, but it is technically a grocery purchase in my mind. Then I also went to my local grocery store, and I went to Aldi, my local grocery store, and that was it. And I actually am very excited to say that I had one day of a true no spend, not even bills. Like on the 4th, I did not spend any money, so I'm really happy about that. And one of my goals for January is just to kind of start this lightly. I'm just trying not to buy anything that is not like within the realm of food and things like that. Even though I do have a dedicated shopping budget, I don't want to buy anything like that. So no clothes, no miscellaneous knickknacks, like none of that. I'm really just trying to pull that back in. If I see something that I really want, I'm just going to stick it on a wish list and think about it until February. And if I have the money and the desire to still purchase the thing, then I will. At this moment, I don't really have anything like small that I want, so far I'm doing okay with not buying anything non-essential, I should say. Mind you, eating out, that could be argued that it's not essential either, so I hope you understand what I mean. Also, I want to note that I am using this column instead of an ending balance to track what card things went on, because I do use different credit cards for different things so I can earn, travel points. So I'm not going to be adding, withdrawals, deposits, anything like that. So I don't really need the ending balance. So I figured that is where I will track the card. Then I'm just looking to see the next category here. So we have gift, which is this green one. My sister-in-law's birthday is coming, so we did go ahead and start buying some gift things for her. I still have a few more things to do, but that's going to roll into the next week expenses, and that was the only gift. Then I know from memory, car is yellow, and I did get gas, which this should last me well into my next pay period, hopefully, so should be good there. Then, let's see. Eating out is the pink one. So we did have takeout quite a few times over the last few days, mainly just for dinner. We were eating at home at lunchtime, so I feel like that's an improvement, but definitely could be better. I did meal prep today, so should be good for lunches and dinners for at least the next few days. So my goal for this variable period until my next paycheck is to hopefully have $100 left over. And then what my plan is, if I can reduce my variable spending each paycheck, and whatever I have left over, I'm going to split possibly between adding extra to my car loan and my shopping fund. So kind of like a reward and like a step towards goals. So I'm hoping to have $100 left over this time, but not 100%. I don't want to say any like yes or no, it's going to happen this time because I've said that in the past and it didn't. So I'm just going to see where it comes. So then we have miscellaneous, which is this lighter blue. Now, this last miscellaneous purchase was for tolls. Now, I could categorize this as car, but I decided to put this in miscellaneous because it doesn't really happen all the time. So, I don't know. I just feel like it makes more sense in miscellaneous. And the last thing is beauty. I did go get pedicures with my sister today, and I do account for this in my budget. So I was originally going to do like $70 a paycheck for like nail and beauty services, but since I have decided to start doing my regular nails at home, clearly I need to do them again. I'm planning on doing them later this evening after I film this. But since I am doing that, I decided I pretty much think I only need like 70 a paycheck. And even that, some of that might roll over. I do have some like cosmetic things that I do want to look into this year. So I am going to just continue to put that for the moment. And then really my pedicures last me like easily 2 months. I do get gel pedicures. Yeah, they grow out a little bit, but it doesn't look bad. Even today, I probably could have waited longer, but my sister wanted to go before she starts school again. So I was like, okay, I'll just, it was due, like I haven't had it done since probably the beginning of November. So I felt like it was fine to go ahead and do, and I had the money for it. So now what we'll do is add up all of the categories. And now I do want to add that only groceries, gas, miscellaneous, and eating out comes from my variable money each paycheck, and then the rest is like from a dedicated fund. So like my gift fund, either I use it as a line item in my budget or I have like money set aside. And beauty, like I said, that was a line item in my budget. But all of these are the things that I'm willing to share and want to track. So I am tracking my fixed expenses as well. That's just on another page that I won't be sharing, at least for now. So let's see. We had grocery, gift, eating out, miscellaneous, car, and beauty. So some of these I don't need to add anything. So beauty, it was 50. Car was 36.18. Gift was 65.27. Okay, and let's add up the rest. So grocery, so that is $112.99. And now I do want to add that the Aldi 6503, that was actually several things that will last me for at least 2 weeks. I did pick up, some more egg whites, which they have a big container, and that lasts me like easily 2 weeks, if not more. So there were several items in that shopping trip that are like long-term use. I picked up a couple spices because they were on sale. We needed more like non-stick spray. So there was just a few things like that, and a few like snack items that will definitely last me more than like 2 weeks. So that's kind of why this was a little bit elevated. Normally at Aldi, I'm usually around like 30 to 40, depending on what I'm doing. So then we have eating out, which was $14.11. And one of these eating outs, the $25.95, that was from us doing New Year's Eve with my husband's parents, and we ended up buying the food for that. And I didn't put that in entertainment because I think if you watch my setup of this, I had decided that entertainment is just going to be like activity stuff, and then eating out is just going to be under the eating out category, even if it is like a source of entertainment. So, but that's why that was a little bit more expensive. And then, let's see, miscellaneous. So I did have a higher miscellaneous expense of $22, which that was for shipping because I did have to ship a couple of Christmas gifts. One of them, I did see the person in person and I forgot to bring their gift with me. So, and the other one is just someone who lives out of town. So that is why I had to ship these. And I don't know if you knew this, but the small rate shipping went up. Like it used to be like $7. Now it was $11. So that's kind of a bummer. So let's go ahead and add all this up. So that was $362.67. Now, I feel like this is a little bit high when you look at the number for, 5 days, but things like nails, that's $50 right there. That's not going to happen again for like at least probably 2 months. Then the gift, obviously that's not going to happen. Like that's not a regular thing that's happening every week. Gas, like that's not going to happen probably till at least another week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, honestly, because I don't really have anywhere far to go. And so like a few of these things obviously like are not regular things. Like if we take out the gift and the beauty, it was $247.40 for the week, which yes, is still high for only 5 days, but it is what it is. I luckily don't foresee needing to really buy anything over the next few days. I think I have enough breakfast items. I did my meal prep, like snack wise, I should be good for the next few days. So hopefully we can get more no spend days on the calendar. So that is it for this check-in. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to doing this, on a weekly basis and seeing what progress I can make. Obviously, I will update you in these check-ins if I am able to come in under budget. So actually, the next check-in we do I should know if I will be under budget with that next one, because the video will come out and I'll do the check-in like 2 days before I get paid again. But by then I should have an idea, hopefully. But either way, I will update you on if I came in under budget and how all that is looking. So anyway, that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe before you go if you want to follow along my journey. And also feel free to share how your first week of January went in the comments. If you have any financial goals or just goals in general, I would love to hear it. And that is it. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.